starting on the home menu for this. While we awkwardly download an update. Because I had a minute, and this is an update I forgot about, so this will be awkward intro, but this is a good opportunity to maybe give people a minute to get in here. The only reason I'm doing this, I thought it would be a funny contrast since the Let's Play on YouTube is pre-patch and is a fun time capsule of the game before they fixed it, where this stream would obviously be post-patch. And Carson should totally get over here and join in the fun. You totally should, Carson. You could join in on some Sunshine. You love this game.
No, I don't.
Damn it. Come over here and be happy. It's funny. It's the best game. As always, just making sure everything is working. Yep, let's wait.
Ooh, look at that!
Maybe if some people show up, I can get Carson over here.
Welcome to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino. We're so pleased to welcome you to our beautiful home.
You need to be a sassy bitch. It makes the streams better.
The world's finest resort facilities, a spectacular amusement park, and succulent seafood. This and more await you on Isle Delfino. Come relax and let us refresh your body and spirit.
That shadow. Those were the two.
All the voice acting. Love this game. Also lets me show off some slightly different stuff I learned.
What happened?
And pointed out her eyeballs are the texture on her earrings, and that cutscene, that's a render error.
Icky paint like goop. It's moving.
Now, boys, don't touch that stuff.
Then it gets fixed. It's literally just that one thing, which is hilarious to me.
Excuse me,
Oh, hey, Carson's over here.
I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this dreadful heat. Master Mario, if you would, cross
We
over
have
to
a
that
cat
shore
in here,
and
so I
find some
wanted to
assistance.
see if coming over here she would stay content or not. Also, I have to come over here to speak the cold hard truth. No one likes to hear that Sunshine is the worst 3D Mario game.
You mean the best 3D Mario game?
Power up complete.
No.
Thank
Yes.
you for purchasing this
No, it's the
item
worst
from
3D
Lab
Mario game.
Science
But also,
Incorporated.
here's the other truth no one wants to hear. The first good 3D Mario game was Galaxy.
Scanning and classifying subject data.
This is why I wanted you over here, you sassy bitch.
Resident of the Mushroom Kingdom. Data storage complete. I am Flood, a flash liquidizer ultra dowsing device. I hope to be
The
of
64
assistance.
DS is better than the original. 64 is aged like a
Proceeding with
cheese, and this
user
is
instruction.
Nintendo's most unpolished
Use the
release.
button to shoot water from my cave.
Oh wait, no, I forgot Melee existed.
If you press the button, you can stop.
That
the
still fucks with me on this
shoot. You can
version where they cut the voice acting because the original controls
Press the
were
X
tied
button
to the
switch
Switch,
to the hover
but the
nozzle.
update
You can then press the button to
patch
hold in the air
actually
for
lets you
a
use a
time.
GameCube controller. So I have a GameCube controller
This tank is empty. No water can be sprayed.
because I have a GameCube controller. I can
Fill tank
actually
into a
use
body of water and
GameCube
press the
controls,
button.
and it actually maps everything correctly. Because they did end up patching the game. And because they did patch the game. Oh yeah, baby.
Mario.
Meaning I just need to de-rust doing this. Bring it on, bitch. Three shots! The spam thing has like the best broken ass hitbox. It's a bit harder to do that on a GameCube controller, but I can do it. It's hard spray plus jump with a delay. So you like jump and you need to click the buttons like roughly about like a frame apart-ish. So I can't do it super consistently. But if you want to cheat with that, use a Switch controller because the Switch doesn't have analog buttons. So, because the Switch doesn't have analog buttons, hard is mapped to a different trigger.
I am Flood.
So, you can literally macro the spam and do god levels of spam for what I would also consider slightly worse controls otherwise. If you really want to spam, I just prefer this game with a GameCube controller.
Court is now in session.
As you are no doubt aware,
I've just,
someone has been
like,
senselessly
it's
defacing
built for a
Pharaoh
GameCube
Delfino
controller.
using some
And because it's
pig-like
built
spray.
for a GameCube controller,
The accused is charged
when they
with
patched
ruining
3D
our
All-Stars to
beautiful
use a
and
GameCube
yes,
controller
endangering
correctly,
our very way of life.
this game feels better.
How can one not
Because the
be aware
GameCube
of what is
controller
going on?
was integral to the design, even if you don't need light and hard spray as much as people make it out to be. But with that said, there's plenty of instances where I do kind of think it's still a little bit better because it's just more intuitive because of the way the controls work, which I will talk about as I'm replaying this game because I've played this
Behold this sketch of the perpetrator based on
game
eyewitness
a
descriptions.
lot, and it just feels better with a GameCube controller because that's what I got used to. Because it's a GameCube game. And I will say that only the sweatiest semantic things truly require
Until Isle Delfino
the
is
crazy
free of
precise
Wild
controls
Mario
on the
shall not be
triggers.
allowed to leave. Court adjourned.
because
This appears to be
the
quite a
whole
predicament,
rigmarole
Mario.
with 3D
The
All-Stars, since the
analysis verifies
GameCube had
that
analog
island's
triggers, they had to
inhabitants are indeed
map
troubled by
buttons
pollution.
weird on the
But
Switch
the
controllers
pollution
when the
itself
game
is not the
released.
main problem.
And a lot of people didn't like that, but it does
Mario,
let you
witnessed
spam
this
more
object as the
consistently,
airstrip correct. It is a shine sprite.
which is
Shine
super
sprites are the
useful
source
if
of
you're
power on Isle Delfino.
not super good with the
They used
spamming,
to
because it
gather
does kind
in
of
great numbers at the
feel
Shrine Gate,
awkward on a
but the
GameCube
Graffiti
controller, and I can't do it as
incident has
fast as
polluted
certain
the island, and most
speedrunners.
of the shine sprites have fled. There is
I can
no
do it,
longer
clearly,
any power
though.
to support the peaceful lifestyle of the islanders. It is most pitiable. The only way to ensure the return of the
Also, in the
giant
next
sprites
scene, when
is
it
to
cuts
keep
to, like,
island from
the
becoming
cops and
any
they're yelling at
weaker.
you, they're basically
The
standing on a map
Carter
pan.
is likely at work, even
And when you
as
point it
we
out,
speak.
people collectively never
Mario
unsee it.
are being treated as a criminal.
If a modern game did that, there would be
Tomorrow we
riots in
must
the
do our
street.
best to resolve this situation.
It's decently well hidden, but in the higher resolution. See, it's a map painting.
Yes.
You can't miss the
If a modern Nintendo game did that, you would never hear the end of it.
To get rid of all that ugliness. And remember, we'll be watching you, pal.
That's part of my problem with Sunshine is I feel like if this game was released under any other context, people would hate it and complain about how bad it is. I guess while I'm burning all the bridges, Heroes is more stable than this game.
I would argue otherwise.
No, this game is bad. I know why it's bad and unstable, but it's bad and unstable. Because
You have to beat the dude, and it makes goo, but if you're... spamming is bad for fighting them, but spamming clears goo. Fighting them is more consistent if you do this. And then with the chinky hitbox, when they just open their mouth, as long as I can spam, I effectively never need to move. See? I'm not even super consistent. Am I doing this speedrun level fast? No. Did I beat him without moving? Yes.
I wonder if this version of the game had allows you to skip these like opening cutscenes, would that have been such an amazing boon? I wonder how much people would have not hated 3D All Stars if they had done that.
I think this version's overhated, and I will fight people on that. Especially after the patch. Because I just find it so funny, because people collectively, with the whole patch thing, back in the day, just fear-mongered. Do that. Let's beat him. If I got it 2 ahead of him, he's not gonna run over here. Oh, good. Ah! I did it! The other funny thing. I got so far ahead of him and his path was so confused, he warped. He's back on track. He's on a set.
I was just back on track. That's El Piantissimo's idle stance.
Yeah,
Did they use the same programming?
a little bit.
Wow, again, if this was a modern Nintendo game, you would never hear the end of it. Like, you would never hear the end of it.
Some programming is recycled, but like,
That makes sense. I'm just being petty.
I know what you're doing.
I'm just being petty
Even if
because
we have no one in here, I can talk about the...
because I feel like people
These are bouncy.
just like real power lines. Like as a child, I never understood what those were, and years later, I was like, what is a power line? Like,
What I was saying with 3D All-Stars, when it first released, it was kind of problematic. I'm not going to lie. It was problematic due to a bunch of circumstances, but people just fear-mongered that like Nintendo would never fix it.
Well, I notice that happens a lot. Every time there's a problem, people act like Nintendo will never fix it in like a patch, and then they fix it in a patch.
That's too.
Meanwhile, Apex Escape 2 is still broken on PS5.
That's fair.
Meanwhile, Apex Escape 2 is still broken on PS5, and no one's bought consoles over it.
Yes. Well, then people do the thing that always irks me. Because I can just use this to bitch about people bitching about 3D All-Stars. Where...
Oh, complaining about people complaining, the internet's
Because
favorite thing.
it was pointless. Because everyone... Oh, 3D All-Stars is limited, guys. Nintendo doesn't care about the game, guys. They're going to axe it in 6 months. They're never going to patch it in all these videos. Oh, it will never be fixed. It's the worst game and it will always be broken. Why would they patch something they're going to remove in 6 months? They patch it. Too little, too late, Nintendo. We've all played all 3 games to 100% completion. Everyone who bought 3D All-Stars is a Mario Master that played the games and beat them all in like 30 minutes. You're patching a game nobody's playing anymore. Pointless patch, Nintendo. Do you fuckers want a patch or not?
That's the thing I find funny with patching. People, they'll complain when a game like needs a patch, but then when the game gets a patch, they'll complain that it was patched. It's like, would you prefer it to literally be left alone? Or if not left alone made, literally worse, because I will continue to be kind of petty about the Apex Escape thing where, like we talked about before, all these people fear-monger that, like, oh, Nintendo hates their legacy content, they don't want to play their legacy content. Honestly, if there was any company, I feel like you could say, unironically, hates their legacy content, I would say it's Sony. I would say Sony hates their legacy content.
So,
because Sony, like...
right here, you touch this. And if you're really good with just flipping around, it's more than possible to do this crap.
Because Sony, like... That would have worked, but you got pushed down by the windmill.
A little bit rusty. It's fine though. You can ride the windmill up. Speedruns! I talked about this in the original Let's Play. Speedruns will do this. And basically you can jump because that's solid. Because you can literally flip.
Just play the game.
I'm just trying to, even if I'm not super good at it, at least show what I'm talking about. The back of this is a hitbox. So you can hit the back.
Cause like, I find it so funny to see, you know, all these people.
The normal route is this, but like, I mean, I bumped into it. You can see it's
I
solid.
find it like so funny to see all these people complain about like Nintendo, and people will complain about like the drip feed and oh, Nintendo is like hoarding their legacy content. It's like Sony's doing the exact same thing and no one ever complains. In the PlayStation Classic, Sony re-released Sly 1 on its own, and then took like 4 months to release Sly 2 and 3, but no one complained about it.
People are just hypocritical.
No, it's not hypocritical, it's the thing I will say, because I'm just going to start, instead of not saying something, because I know people will get big, mad at me, I'm just going to start saying things. It's because people only care about Nintendo's IPs. People don't care about Sony's IPs, so you don't care how Sony treats them, but you care about Nintendo's IPs. Like, you want to play Mario 64.
If you're really good at spamming, you can fill his mouth super quickly, but I'm not good at the spam thing. But if you want to do the slow way, it's this. I am not good enough on a GameCube controller to... And when you spam him, he fills in chunks. Like, it skips animations. His belly is just like, chunk, 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 done. It's hilarious. But we'll do it the slow way. This ain't a speedrun, so I can play casual even if I'm doing some speedrun tricks.
And I really do feel like that's what it is. It really does feel like it's people don't actually care about Sonic IPs. People actually care about Nintendo IPs. Because that's the other funny thing with Sonic IPs. I also have sales numbers to back this up. All, like, other than I believe it was God of War Ragnarok, no first party Sony published thing is in their top 20 best-selling games.
Also, and I'm not trying to be a dig, I just find this funny, like, someone I used to hang out with, I'm pretty sure she deleted her Twitch or changed the name, the original link doesn't seem to work, but if she changed the Twitch name, that might explain that. She was like really casual and had made a Twitch channel just to spend some time playing games between like taking care of her kid and stuff. She fought PD Piranha in the windmill for over an hour and just gave up on Sunshine.
This is why I say one of the many people don't want to hear this apart out loud thing. I feel like you need to design a game for the absolute lowest common denominator. Like, I feel like you should design a game for...
Also, this game has fall damage. And this is also in the era...
Platformer was fall damage, objectively bad.
Hold on. I want to show something. Dang it. Well, one, if you jump on these guys, you get a coin. If you hit them into a wall, you get 3 coins. Coins heal you, so...
Yes, but...
I know.
One of those design things I basically...
No! With that said, ground pound from any height, and it will negate all...
Yes, but we all know that's clearly an exploit. That's clearly a exploit in a game that...
Also, this is years after the fact, and I'm just being a petty dick. Not that this person's going to watch this. How was that complicated? I literally told someone in a stream you can wall jump off a single wall and just hover up here, and dude was acting like I was speaking fucking, like, Spanish and they only speak English.
Por favor?
My man, I'm not trying to be a douchebag. Hold on. Nails contain 1-ups, and if I die, the nail with a 1-up resets. I never remember what nail it is. It's one of these. It's literally one of these two. I think it's this one. Oh, damn it.
It's the other one.
I said I never remember. And it will always have a 1-up. And now, I learned this years later, and I want to try and take a slow path. I think it's on this block. Or if you wait a minute, yeah. They literally, if you just stand here, you can literally walk. Ah, damn it. I could have jumped, but... Like, that one side literally just makes a straight line. Mario in this game has god-awful, like, slip physics.
Because, and...
Oh, damn it!
Yeah. Because, and this goes to one of the problems with a Sunshine.
I love this game. I don't like the floodless sections because Mario without FLUDD is one of the most awkward and janky fucking things imaginable, and I will die in these bonuses a lot.
Is something I find super...
What is going to kill me in this game? It is universally just the FLUDD sections. And if you just kind of stand around a lot, like that side literally lines up. Now, obviously, it's a platformer. Obviously, you can jump, and you can always, if you jump...
Jump and then ground pound to hold your momentum.
Yeah, that. And I did it with jumping. I was just trying to show the walking path, because I just find it hilarious. This...
But what I was going to say...
Hold on. Well, technically, you can talk.
The reason the floodless sections... The reason the floodless sections are so bad... Now, this is one of those. It is basically not confirmed, but people through cough methods, well, it's not confirmed. People think this is how the game works because
Hold on.
I
need to focus.
Too much in the game lines up to
You can do it with a short hop. I could also try to buffer a spin. I just don't like the flawless sections. It's like the only part of this fucking momentum. Fucking physics.
The reason the flawless sections are so...
These are the only things in these streams that are going to consistently kill me.
Because there was a point I wanted to...
And I will get slightly pissed off at the flawless sections because I don't like Mario's physics without FLUDD, because Mario's physics without FLUDD are awkward. But with a GameCube controller, I am able to do decent movement.
You got a point I wanted to get to was this. Now, like I said, this isn't, like... This technically hasn't been fully confirmed.
And if you really want to, like, you can do...
People just believe this to be the... Because of how rushed this game was, and I was going to talk about this actually at the beginning, due to how rushed this game was, people think Nintendo actually...
I need to just do bigger jumps. Reckless abandon.
People think that this game actually uses this physics of Mario 64 because I believe Mario is updated the same number of hits as Mario 64. So that's why this game's physics are bad, is because it's Mario 64 physics, except it's Mario 64 physics with way more complex level design.
You see what's funny? When I'm trying to do simple things, I'm dying. When I do dumb, reckless abandon...
As people say, that's the recording curse.
No, you say recording curse. I'm doing simple shit.
That'd still be the recording curse. Simple shit even DSP could do, you fail at. You just say YOLO swag and start trying to do dumb speedrunning skips, you get it first try.
What can I say? I die. Oh.
Because that's the reason the floodless...
Oh no, the floodless levels are going to kill me a lot.
Because the game literally has bad physics. And I find that so funny, because so many people will say this game's physics...
Oh, let's backroll that. Inconsistent physics. That's a better wording. I'm not discounting your argument. No, we need to word it that way because... Hold on. The reason I want to word it as inconsistent is because sometimes...
Also, I guess because of that, do the thing you would do as a child and in between every mission go grab the 2 lives.
3 lives. It's 3. And I can do that, and I can start building up lives. Show these off. Oh no, the floodless levels will kill me. But with the floodless levels killing me, it's also going to be, I just need to be confident in my reckless abandon.
Then this is why I find it so funny. You'll see, like, a bunch of boomers basically say, like, oh, Mario 64's controls were, like, so good, or its physics were so good. This game's physics are terrible. They're the same physics. It is actually the same programming as Mario 64. Well, again, people think it is, and I would...
It's not 1-to-1.
But it seems to be based off of it, because Mario updates...
Third Life is, corner pocket sewer, but one of the best ways to... I'm looking for the split. Then you go down, split again. One up. I can get lives between stuff, just in case. I'm not going to die much, it's just the floodless sections, and I've seen people who are familiar with this game constantly have that issue.
It's because of the tick rate Mario's collision updates at.
It's quarter frames.
Because a funny thing was that this game is 60 FPS, but 6430?
This game is not 60. No, motherfucker, no. This is a 30 FPS game.
I couldn't remember if it was 60
No,
or 30.
no, it's 30.
Huh,
I know it's 30 because when 3D All-Stars happened, 30 FPS Nintendo? Not updating to 60 FPS Nintendo? 0 out of 10 Nintendo. No game in insert current year should be 30. That should be illegal. You should be all arrested, Nintendo. You'll notice when I have Flood, I can do confident dumb shit.
Well, it's one of the other things a lot of people...
Hold on. When I have Flood, like my ability to just do...
That's one of the other things while I piss off, like,
Hold on.
all of the boomers, basically.
You have a triple jump. I want to show that. Yeah.
Well, I piss off all of the boomers, like, ever. So many, you know, like Mario 64 purists and stuff, and Mario 64.
Hold on. Spin.
Boomers
Wall jump. Hover. Yeah, buddy.
will say, oh, this, like, Flood is like a crutch in this game. No, the game was built around
The game was built around Flood. And honestly, because the game was built around Flood, what I think of Flood is basically, in my mind, an antithesis of as good as you get at the game, because when you get good at doing stupid, inconsistent nonsense. Oh, coin did I miss?
One like a window or something.
Oh, wait, no, it's that one. That's embarrassing. This is fine. To me, people call Flood a crutch, but in my mind, I've always said Flood.
I feel like the people, like, not opening their mind and being set in their ways and wanting this game to be 64-2 when this game isn't 64-2.
Oh, fucking land. That was cool and it ruined it.
One's probably gonna reach the water first before going back up.
But
Dude, I feel like
you're not wrong.
a lot of people, I feel like they don't open their mind and they wanted this game to be 64-2 when Flood makes sense based on what, like, the game design.
Oh yeah, you don't even need.
What, like, the game designers were trying to do for this game, because the locations in this game are actually...
We're over here.
like,
Just kind of. That's cool.
the locations in this game are quote-unquote, like, more grounded and realistic. You're not platforming, like, as much of abstract obstacle courses as you were in 64. So something like Flood makes sense because outside of the Floodless bonus, basically no level in this game has a bottomless pit.
Yes.
The only one with a bottomless pit is Pianta Village, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. None of the other ones have a bottomless pit.
Damn it. Bottomless pit with an asterisk. Because of that infamous thing, especially when people playing the game for the first time find it.
Isn't it there's like one spot you can stand because it doesn't have collision?
No, if you fall at an exact spot, you will tink past the death plane, and because the death plane doesn't kill you, you'll hit the bottom of the map. You're just standing in the void, and... Time for one of the most idiotic boss fights in the... Also, again, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm going to be a dick, because I get people playing the game for the first time, being less good at the movement. I'm not even speedrun level, but I've tried more than one time. These guys also got off thinking to show something. They explode into coins. So, I know! If you're not used to the movement, like, I need to be up here, but like, that's not that complicated. I've tried to explain that to people, and again, they look at me like I'm speaking another language.
Like, to be fair, as, like, when I was a child...
Awesome, jump on these guys! They have a high chance of dropping water,
To be fair, as like a
but you have to jump on them. Let me see if I can get a water spawn.
I think you're not. I believe you're not getting them because
It's a
you don't. You're not rolling off on water
water for the.
for the game to do that. I think you need to be at like 25%.
You can sometimes. Might be right now. It's low percent because it's supposed to be a contingency. Now we have to piss him off. Good.
Mario's such a dick. He was just sleeping. Mario evil confirmed.
Now, this boss fight is a speedrunning logistical nightmare, but I'm not speedrunning.
I did the boss fight regularly on the digital nightmare.
It's far worse for.
Oh, I know it's far worse for speedruns, but even
He stops. You can aim up. You can knock him down. I have argued with people about that, and they're like, no, you can't knock him down. And then he'll vomit and he'll fly away. He was turned around, unfortunately. He basically flies in a circle. You can only knock him down when he stops. But I want water. He'll never go to the other side of the map. It is legitimately, he just flies around in a circle. Then he'll stop moving. And he takes a random path.
to be fair, I do seem to remember the hitboxes in this fight being kind of bad.
What's he attacking from? I'll see him.
Oh, there he is.
This is my problem. No, the
Hey,
hitboxes!
to be fair, he does have a drop shadow.
Yes, I was looking for it. No, the hitboxes do kind of suck, except I sort of kind of miss and my particles hit him. And then he'll do random tornadoes. It can be like 3, it can be like 5, it can be like 30. He has 3 hits. Except the reason this is a speedrunning nightmare, his tornado RNG is random.
Is him spinning up the water? Does that clear out any mark in the ground?
But, no.
Imagine if it did.
Ugh.
Stop again.
We get 1 tornado, we get 3 tornadoes, we get like 50 tornadoes. God only knows.
Wow.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna think
Damn it. Damn it.
the thing is, I think he has 2 ounces of water.
No,
there.
he has to throw up to fly away. And he'll only throw up if he has a moment to spit. This is a good example of showing.
The funny thing is, until you got started by that anime, like, if you were speedrunning, you actually would have been on, like, a good speedrunning pace because you kept getting more tornado. That is one of those, I feel like speedrunners dream of getting 1 tornado a cycle.
They want like 1 tornado, and they want the path where he'll kind of stop being problematic because he takes a random track. His track path is random, but when he picks a track, that's the track for the seed. He stopped over here. I don't remember the game well enough to know what track I'm on.
I don't remember any of that
In a casual run, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter. I just find it funny to watch you like talking about speedrunning and stuff, and it's like, oh, until this last hit, you actually got a decent like opportunity in speedrunning.
Like you, bud.
Because the first 2 hits, you both a guy, they were a single tornado.
Now the shine always goes over here. About here-ish.
Well, that'll take a man a hot minute to die. Oh wait, I'm sorry, unalive.
Found it. The boss is not that bad. It's just you have to know things like because of the conveyance, people think you need the little pig balloon guys. You don't.
Can you knock him down with those?
Yes. You can.
I do wonder if that is what the game
Though I'm probably gonna flash up the be right back screen because I need to go pee. Literally just pee break. I'll just be sitting there. I would keep going, but you know. It's a pee break. That's why I made the. We'll be right back. Not that anyone's in here, but if you just walk away from a stream, you need something. And giant "we'll be right back" text, I think, is a good. Oh, I'm coming back, and I'm gonna get that off the stream. I literally just needed to pee. That's all I did. But it's a live stream. Because it's a live stream. I had to put the "we'll be right back" on the stream. Secret of the Dirty Link.
Alright, the secret of your mom. Oh.
Now, as a child, and I've even seen adults not get the concept, those lily pads, if you jump on them, they're in the water. I can look for one. It's right there. Those lily pads, if you jump on them and spray, they float around. But the toxic lake melts the lily pads, but people legitimately...
How are they able to float in there then?
But people legitimately never...
My immersion is ruined. Because this is one of the game design, this is one of the game design things people basically,
Hold on, I got it incorrectly. Alright, I need to buffer, because this life will kill me. Gotta buffer again. I will unlock this.
Although you're standing on the dirty water.
Up here it doesn't hurt you if you touch the lake.
Immersion ruined. My immersion is ruined, but of course people don't.
Fucking blood challenge.
Of course.
No, there's no now, but there's a 1-up right there. These panels literally flip in order. It's blue, and then red flips. Blue, and then red, and then blue, and then red if you're doing the slowest thing. and then blue, then red.
Hmm.
If you're doing the slowest. Now, I've talked about this before. These cubes, I learned, paradoxically, jumping is a problem. So, don't jump. Legitimately, don't jump.
These look like the cubes from Cubex.
Yes.
That's what I hope.
Damn it!
That's what I have always thought as a child.
That will also fuck me up, because it's the other problem in this game. I died! And someone who's watching might go, why did you die? Unlike every other video game, if you walk off a ledge, this game has no hang time frames.
It has no coyote time?
Nope.
Wow.
You have to be on a platform. If you're off a platform, you fell. So I walked off the cube, and I fell because you don't get coyote time.
Wow.
Yeah. This game has no coyote time. That's the other reason this game is mean. Because you basically don't get hang time frames. Your ass needs to be on a platform or it doesn't count. Now, that cube spans kind of awkward, but the whole trick I was doing does work.
That's generally the trick for the cubes, is the don't jump on them.
Never jump. Run to a flat surface. Run to a flat surface. Run to a flat surface. Run to a flat
Now, I will
surface.
admit, this is one of those things
Run to a flat surface.
This is one of those things where, like, your brain tells you, it's like, I should fall off here.
Yes. Scratching an itch. Sweaty palms, because these bonuses are like the few things that kill me. Now, if I get spin happy, this isn't too bad. If I do some tricky jumps, I just need the red and a blue to be in a decent position. So I might wait for a decent opportunity, because I'm not speedrunning. Because blue flips, then red flips, and a blue flips. But because of that, I just need a decent opportunity. And I can take some shots. And I will jump in a minute. Because I'm probably going to do this with some spin jumps and stuff. Try to anyway. Or get a decent pattern like this. And that blue buffers. And a red buffer. Then I make it in one fucking try when I line up. Because I'm... Ooh! Physics! Spin jump! Well, that was lame.
Whenever you get the shine sprite, stop right under it and just jump straight up without moving.
Okay, Curtin.
I know, given this game, how that can be kind of difficult.
Mario does not... This is his movement! He moves. Look, he doesn't really stop.
Just to go do the thing.
Look at the end, it's fine. Floodless bonuses will kill me.
No, what I was going to say before, that, like, of course people don't think to, like, use the... Of course people don't think to use...
I missed the quick kill.
To, like, use the lily pads, because this is one of those
I missed the quick kill, but he has, like, no health. I bet if I hit him once, he'll fall over.
Yeah, that's great. Oh no, he was laying there with Honky.
And have, like, no health.
But basically, a game design concept is one of those a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it, especially with, you know, all these people going on and on about, like, silent tutorials and things, but it's like, you will not think of a concept unless a game tells you about it.
Yes.
You can have as much, like, conveyance and suggesting all you want, if you're not directly told something in a game works, people just assume it doesn't work.
Work, yes. Especially if it is kind of weird design. I tell people that cube thing when they finally wrap their brain around the most idiotic concept imaginable. People were like, holy shit, not jumping in a platformer is saving my ass.
But if it's a platformer where jumping is bad, does that make it a bad platformer?
So, when you find a box and it's not a hologram, like that box is solid. If I happen to open this, all boxes and all shines, even if I go back to an earlier one, I'll have a rocket in all missions. But because I have the rocket equipped, I lose the hover.
Rocket!
Which is what the blue box is for. But rocket can be useful. I do prefer hover, but if you're doing dumb things with rocket storage is not that bad. I will show the rocket how it's intended. So I will probably go get my hover back for consistency. But basically, the power up. I love the fun reflection for that, just to show when you go underwater, because the reflections are only the top layer.
0 out of 10, Nintendo.
No! That's how that's how water reflections work. That's not 0 out of 10. That's actually like, they did that on GameCube because they're crazy. You can't see reflections when you're under them. That's not how water works.
Except when you get under it and get close enough, it wouldn't be a reflection. It would just be the actual coin, but you couldn't see the actual coin underwater.
Because, Gerthen, it's a reflection of the coin above it. That's what I was showing. It was the coin on the line. No, the water in this game, well, reflections are just really nuts for no reason. Also, people think you can't blast out of water with a rocket. You can, you just have to jump.
Well, that would technically mean you can't.
Okay, you can't. Also, these guys are penalty. Or not. I do kind of want my hover back though.
This isn't Mario 64. We don't need to bounce on them for half an A button press. Isn't that the enemy type that had the dumb...
You can only ever have one, damn it, flood thing. One of the nozzles. So now that I have hover, I've lost rocket. But if I want rocket back, rocket's in the box. But hover.
I'm amazed no one has. That's the type of thing I am amazed unless someone has done this. No one has made a mod yet because we were playing on like a PS4 controller. You would have enough buttons to do this, or like a Switch controller, or whatever. I'm amazed that no one has made a mod for Dolphin yet. That
The
gives
rest of the coins, I'm pretty sure, are all higher up.
Unless it does exist, then I'm just like dumb or don't know about it. I'm amazed no one has made a mod for Dolphin that gives you access to like all of the nozzles at once. That feels like the type of dumb thing the internet would do because
Hold on. As well as I remember this game, I always end up forgetting a red coin or two. Because I don't play the red coin mission that much.
there was one on the windmill.
look around in the
I
air.
was gonna say it's just floating in the air. Yeah, I saw it in the camera, but anyway, that's one of those things I really am amazed that,
It's fine.
to my knowledge, no one has ever
Come
done.
on.
Like, no one has ever done, because it's the type of thing I would expect the internet to do, because I don't know when this started, probably because of some, like, pretentious game design video essay or whatever, that, like, situational power-ups in a game are seen as, like, bad, and that you should have, like, all of your moveset basically all at once.
Okay, so it's right there. If I can hit the line. I remember Sunshine incredibly well. I just sometimes forget where, like, their coins and crap are.
This could be because we had Sunshine before Mario 64, but I will cut you a break for 5 minutes instead of shitting on this game. I will shit on 64 Elitist. I do not understand people's fetish for the long jump. Like, I really do not get it.
Okay, that leaves the 2 secrets and the 100 coins for that map. I know the game well enough where I'm not going to basically eat it too hard. And we'll do the secrets first. If you go back in the bonuses where they took Flood away, you get Flood back and there's a red coin mission in there. And then 100 coins, you just need to get 100 coins, except due to the problematic way this game is designed, a lot of missions do not actually have 100 coins in it.
Great design, Nintendo.
No, like, I love this game, and I will fucking go, yeah, that's actually...
Just because that was a problem 64 had, you should have fixed that. But given how rushed this game was, it makes sense why they didn't fix that.
Okay, 64 is far more bizarre, where it kind of doesn't have that problem. Except it also kind of does, and that's only quantified by...
Yeah, the fact that 64DS had to add a bunch of, like, blue coin switches in
Okay,
missions.
no, hold on. Scratching an itch. And, I will reiterate, no, they added blue coins and stuff, not... God, I'm wording this weird. Most of the blue coins they added was to tighten... loosen the margins. Because a lot of missions, it would be like 105 coins. By adding a blue coin switch, you now have like a...
It's now 125.
Yeah. Giving you a better buffer. That's...
My point basically is, I feel like if they saw the need to...
Okay, yeah, a lot of that, though...
To make this easier, that tells me there was a problem here.
I'm someone who will yell at, like, bad design nonsense. And I will... Like, I will yell at... 26. Oh, one's on the sides, which I have to get to fast, and I can state my piece. Bad perception! Damn it. These will also kill me sometimes. I had it. It's the fucking depth perception. I have depth issues. I've had these. I've bitched about these in platformers, and the fact that I'm adequate enough at a game like this is a testament to overcoming literally having a sight problem where I can't judge depth a lot of the time. because I can't judge depth a lot of the time, I'll jump in a platformer, and I'll make, like, terrible decisions, because I will basically get confused and think I have a better shot at something. And this isn't even that hard, and I would have made it. Buffer out before hovering. Now, the shine appears there. But the camera's gonna get kind of fucky. I just need to make it back.
Why does Galaxy not freeze your timer? Ooh, that was tight.
Yeah.
That was tight.
I said depth perception.
That is something that has always...
Oh no, go!
That is
Hold on.
something that has always bothered me. Why
What
does-
I was trying to talk about, though. I was talking about...
We were talking about the coin thing.
Oh! What?
64.
Oh, wait. No! I was going to say, well, I'm someone who will bitch about bad game design. What they did... And I was going to say, you're saying they fixed the problem, which is true, but a lot of that is just because they loosen the margins, where it's not that there was inherently a problem, it's that if you need 100 coins and there's only 105 in the level, if you missed 6 coins, you would be missing, like, you would have 99. So if you made it like 125 in a level...
The big problem was that, besides making it so that you don't
Wait,
like...
what?
Secret.
No,
You're going after the secrets.
I clicked the wrong mission. I need Secret of the Dirty Lake. They don't load otherwise. Whoops. No, like, they literally do not load otherwise. Damn it. I think about this game, but then I think about, like, ROM hacks and other nonsense or multiple...
Okay, even Sunburn made it so changes like this to the map are too great, so they
Except,
only...
I believe Sunburn just put the loading zone over there. The cave's always there, Curzon. The loading zone isn't. What would happen if you just put the loading zone there? That fixes the problem. Hold on. We can talk about many things. If I need the loading zone, do we need the Dirty Lake? What if you just put the loading zone there? That fixes all the problems. The loading zone just doesn't exist.
You know, my point,
Yeah.
it was, besides the, like, making it so that the margin isn't as tight, the other reason they did that, and this was the bigger problem that actually did need fixing, because certain levels had a margin that was so tight, or I believe there was even one stage that I think has literally exactly...
No. Don't say what you just said. There is not a single level in that game with exactly 100.
They're always slightly over, except that leads to a problem of, because of certain stages, you basically, the margin is so tight you need enemy coins. If you don't get enough enemy coins, which can happen because they can just...
Also, 1-up free fill water.
Basically, in 64, there were some stages where the, because of, like, how tight the margin is and how many coins are in enemies, you, like, literally need the enemy coins, so if the, if the enemy coins fall in a pit, you literally can't get it.